Politico, Biden's dismal poll numbers imperil Dem Senate control. The president's popularity is dangerously low in the 4 states where Democratic incumbents are the most endangered. Y'all, it's over for the Biden administration. Let's go, Biden. I agree, or whatever. Democrats' path to saving their narrow Senate majority comes down to defending 4 states this fall. And in all of them, Joe Biden is underwater in the polls. Now, I think it's a very important thing to say that just because the president is unpopular does not necessarily mean that the Senate candidate will face a similar or the same level of unpopularity. I just want to be clear on that. Now, again, the president being unpopular is the avatar for the party. I would say the largest effect the president's popularity rating being this negative would have is just keeping people home and not even going out to vote. Now, again, the president is not on the ballot, right? So midterm elections are weird. People that vote in midterm elections, and I don't know why you'd only ever vote in presidential elections. To me, that never made sense. The idea that midterm elections have lower turnout never made sense to me. What the fuck? I don't get it. But anyway, the president is the avatar for the party. People view the party in similar ways that they view the president. There's a slight disconnect, but each candidate's different. But of course, the president having dismal approval numbers has made a lot of Democratic voters who voted in 2020 feel that they're neglected and that the party doesn't deserve to have their vote. Now, again, my opinion, I vote in every election. I will vote for the furthest left candidate available on the ballot in every election. That's just what I do. That's my mentality. I recommend everyone do that. In every election, I will always vote for whoever is the furthest left. If it happens to be a Republican, if there's a socialist running as a Republican just to shake things up, just for fun, you know what? I'll vote for a Republican. But typically, and by that I mean 100% of the time so far that I've been alive, Democrats have been further to the left than Republicans. So that's just my opinion. I don't want Republicans to take control of the Senate. I think Democrats are doing a horrible job. My opinion is I'd rather change Democratic leadership. I'd rather change the constituency within the Democratic Party. I'd rather vote for progressive Democrats, left-wing Democrats, rather than corporate Democrats. Some people's opinion is, fuck politics, bro, I'm just gonna, but anyway. Biden's drag on swing state incumbents is emerging as a pivotal factor in the midterm Senate elections, where the loss of just one Democratic-held seat in November could put Republicans in control. So technically, though, they could gain a seat and then lose a seat, right? So it's not like they just have to lose or they just require losing or whatever. They could gain a seat and then lose another seat, within the 2020 election. I believe the Alabama Democratic senator was thrown to the curb, but still overall they had gains. Acutely aware of the need to get distance from the president, the 4 most endangered Democratic incumbents, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock, Nevada Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, and New Hampshire Senator Maggie Hassan, are increasingly taking steps to highlight their independence from the president and underscore their differences. Once again, I just have to say the Biden administration is a complete colossal failure. I really, there is no, at this point in time, April 21, 2022, the Biden administration is a failure. It's a flop. It's a box office failure. The movies that come out and then everyone says that they suck. They're still making all the money, but no one likes them. And that's what needs to be understood here, is that they have abandoned almost all of their promises. Every single one of them. Decriminalizing cannabis. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. $50 minimum wage. Huh? Never heard of it. There's many, many examples. One of the only things that Biden has done that, in my opinion, has any net positive on, this country was getting out of the war in Afghanistan. That's my opinion. But that's that doesn't really affect most people that live in this country, though it does affect a lot of people that live in the world, right? So in my opinion, that's a net positive. Other than that, the $1,400 check, the child tax credit, that was great, but that's over. That's gone. People don't remember that. Unless you have a policy, the child tax credit was a perfect policy, right? Because it's supposed to be every month. That's the ideal, right? It's no shock that the child tax credit expires and then Biden's approval rating plummets all of a sudden at the same time. Who would have possibly thought that? Democrats don't care if they win or lose. It seems. And I want them to care about winning. It's why I vote for Democrats. The public pushback against Biden's plan to lift the Trump-era border restriction known as Title 42 is the most visible expression of the effort to get distance from the president. This is the thing. Title 42 is horrible. Right? So another thing where Biden's kind of like moving the ball in like a somewhat right direction, but not really, but a little bit. And these 4 Democrats are running to the right. But the 4 Democrats are also finding other ways of signaling to voters. They visited the border wall and blocked his nominees. A month before Trump-appointed judge struck down Biden's mask mandate on mass transit, 3 of the 4 voted in favor of a Republican bill to do just that. So again, all of these Democrats, when in doubt, Democrats will run to the right and lose. It always happens. Hillary Clinton is a famous example. She ran to the right in the general election. In the primary, she was in the right. She was the right-wing candidate. In the general election, she ran even more to the right. She lost. You can look at many examples of Senate races where Democrats run to the right and then they lose. And then you look at a lot of examples of Democrats running to the left and then they win. Right? With the Justice Democrats, of course, like Cori Bush is a big example. On social media, where they shy away from praise to the president and instead focus on their efforts to prod the White House to action, it's hard to tell they voted in line with Biden no less than 96% of the time. In these 4 states, these are senators just doing the work, blah, 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 who cares? They are not people who go blah, 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 blah. Less than 2 years ago, Biden carried Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, and New Hampshire. Today, however, his approval rating is dangerously low in each of them. In Nevada, a Suffolk University poll released last week put the president's approval rating at an anemic 35%. Again, the Joe Biden administration is a colossal failure. But fortunately for them, they have the ability to turn around. They could decriminalize marijuana. They could. And they are doing some things in student loan debt, but they should go further, and I'll get into that later maybe. Again, they could stop 3Xing and 4Xing police budgets after they ran on reforming police after George Floyd was murdered, right? They could campaign on and trying to, at least talk about getting a $15 minimum wage. They could go for another stimulus check, make it about gas or whatever you need. But they're not. They refuse to do so. They would rather lose. Both Warnock and Kelly have declined to answer questions about whether they would welcome Biden campaigning with them. But when presented with opportunity on Tuesday, Hassan chose to welcome him, appearing with the president on Tuesday in Portsmouth, where he touted passage of the bipartisan infrastructure bill and her role in passing it. Afterward, Hassan tweeted that she would continue to work with Biden and her colleagues on both sides of the aisle to deliver. Like does anyone have? Like there's a voter. That Hassan senator was talking with the president. I don't like the president, but then I went on her Twitter page to go tweet "fuck you" at her, and then I saw that she tweeted colleagues on both sides of the aisle. She's going to work with both sides, and then I thought, you know what, maybe she's worth voting for because she's working with both sides. Like, who is this person? Who is this person that the Democrats are envisioning, right? That it's like, oh, well, she tweeted about working with both sides, so though, it's all good. Like they think about politics in the dumbest way imaginable, right? Like it's what? The whole reason to vote for Democrats is that they're not Republicans. You're not a Republican. That's why you have any voter base at all. You have a literal captured audience of people that are only capable and able to vote for you, right? Because you're not a Republican, and what's the number one way to lose is to pretend to be a Republican. Now, again, Americans are fucking stupid. They are dumb. Americans are fucking, they're just the dumbest fucking breed of stupid-ass bitches on the planet. So when they see Democrats doing badly, they're like, well, I'm going to vote for the other party to spite the Democrats. You think Nancy Pelosi cares if fucking goddamn, Kevin McCarthy or Donald Trump is Speaker of the House? Nancy Pelosi doesn't give a fuck. You're not spiting the Democrats by voting for Republicans. You're not spiting the Democrats by voting for Green Party or Libertarian Party. You're not, okay? Okay, you're not. The way you spite the Democrats is by primarying their bitch motherfucker asses, right? Again, there's a reason why primaries exist. Anyone who pretends that the primary process... Now, again, think about it, right? Americans are so fucking stupid, right? Most Americans, don't even vote at all, right? But presidential elections have the highest turnout. midterm elections have like 3/4 or like, you know, half the turnout depending on the year. What? Why would you not vote in the midterm? Why? Because you're a fucking idiot. You're a dumbass. You're a loser. You're a fucking moron. You're a sheep. You're a fucking moron, okay? You're dumber than bricks. That's why you wouldn't vote in a midterm election, right? But then also, even less people vote in primary elections. What? What? The most important elections that exist in this country are primary elections, and they have like 10% of the vote of like a presidential election. Now, again, part of that is because of voter restriction laws, especially being passed by Republicans all across the country, right? So a lot of people are, their ability to vote has been restricted. And I'm not calling those people stupid. If you try to vote and you find out that they fucked you, right? You did everything you could. But I'm talking about the people that don't vote. I'm talking about the people that don't pay attention to politics, the people that only vote every 4 years or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, it's not like we're asking you to vote every fucking 2 months. It's not like we're asking you to vote every day. It's every 2 fucking years, you jackass. Every 2 years, you vote like 2 or 3 times throughout the process. It's not that fucking hard. It's not that hard. Vote for fucking shit. Like in the... Anyway, Americans are fucking stupid. And again, you can read the rest of this, but basically it's just like, you know, the senators are running to the right, and then they're going to advocate for right-wing ideals, and then Republicans are going to advocate for those same ideals, but stronger, and then so they're thinking, if both of them are advocating for the same thing, I'm going to vote for the one. Again, Americans are fucking stupid. They would rather vote for Republicans than Republican, like diet Republican, right? I don't know why. Because they're fucking dumb. Americans are dumbass motherfuckers, okay? I need you to understand that. They are dumb-ass motherfuckers. Dumbass motherfuckers. Dumbass motherfuckers. Americans are fucking stupid-ass bitches. Like, you think about cows roaming in the fields, right? Like, grazing and eating grass. Like, those cows have more freedom and are more intelligent than fucking Americans in this goddamn country. Like, I'm sick of goddamn Americans. I'm sick of them. Get rid of them. Throw them in the garbage can, man. My God. Anyway, that being said, Joe Biden is still a failure. And like, we're just fucked. We're shit fucked. We're shit fucked, folks. I don't know what to tell you. We are shit fucked. And not in the good dick way.